Okay, welcome back, everybody. So I want to talk to you about a little more about the video I was trying to describe today at the park about the Einstein-Rosen bridge. So this is the Einstein-Rosen bridge. It's an opening or a wormhole up here, and down below here underneath is another identical wormhole. So there's like this space in between. There's a bridge. There's a world over here and a world over here. Okay, so I was talking about Orion's belt. So up in the sky, or on the land, they have the stars up above. Orion's stars are Alnitak, Alnilam, and Mintaka. So anyway, so those are the names of the three stars, and on the land, the three pyramids. One's bigger, one's big. One's big, like for our gut. The next one's smaller. It's right here for our heart, and the other one, I think, is representing our nose because it's smaller. Okay, so from the top of our head, because when we're born, we have our head at the top hasn't sealed up. So we've got this funnel on top of our head, like it shows in iPad Go 2 on George Bush's head. But remember, I was telling you about Daniel? Daniel on his tomb has this big white cone. So it's like a funnel coming straight into the body, down. So it lines up. So it goes right down. So there's like going out the top of our head, because Earth is represented on the four corners of the Earth. It's like a fabric in time. This is the moon, the projector. Everything, our mind, everything is projecting out in our world, right? So whatever we are thinking affects our heart, and it affects our health, our gut. Okay. And down here, below the waistline or the wasteland is like the poop hole and the pee and the urine. So we have our sperm. So you got the male privates, right? So you've got two ball sacks and a staff. You look at a trident, it's kind of like a trident. You have three. So the worm goes into the wormhole, the female vagina, and then the egg, the sperm hits the egg, a big spark, a big bang. Life is created. Now life is creating in the mother. So the child is now connected with its belly button to the mother. It's in the water world, the core, bacon, and then it comes out of the water world onto dry land. And then where our umbilical cord is removed from mother, so our umbilical cord, remember I was telling you about right here? So our umbilical cord, you can see this pyramid right there. So remember I was telling you there's a pyramid, and there's also an eye at the top of that pyramid. Now up here, that's on my chest, I was looking at this thinking, I wonder if there's another pyramid, because the eye is right there. There's the eye. So there's got to be maybe that's the pyramid right there, because you can see like an angle. But that's where I was like looking, I'm like, well, it's unfolding right here on my body. And then of course my nose, see, even right there you can see it. So this is the candle, 7 candlesticks going up towards the top of our crown. So this is Earth. This is like a fabric in time. So heaven is our head. The moon is reflecting down on the Earth, right? The fabric in time. And then everything below is going underground, like into Hades. And then our feet are the heels. Heel means hell. So that means, King David, Psalms 23 tells us, as we're walking through the valley of the shadow of death. And so perhaps, this wormhole um, going between two worlds is telling us we can either go into Hades world or we can go into this world. And it's so interesting because of all the sex that they pull and doing all this, um, kind of different kind of sex down here. I'll just put it that way. And they're doing more of it, and they're promoting it, and they're bragging about it, and they're changing. So you can kind of see that they're trying to get many people to go down to this end of the wormhole instead of being up here going into heaven. So when we look at the keys and notes, so the Y, you can look at it as a Y as well, a trident Y, like this. It's a Y gene. See how it looks like that? And then this is the X gene, the female, the fire, the chi, the oven, wormhole. Very interesting. So, and then you take heart, and it's the same letters as earth, and earth is the heart. So when you look at our chakra center, the notes or the keys, it's BAG, bag, FED, fed, seed. So coming down the top of us, when mother's carrying the child, they're bag feeding the seed. In the male body, God is constantly going down and feeding the bag, our water, our ball sack, feeding the bag. So, because the man's sperm, once it hits the egg, gives a big spark of life. Now look at a trident. Jesus walks on water. So picture Jesus with a trident in his hand walking on the water, and he's got the Y chromosome. So when he sees the egg, he zaps it. It's a big bang. It's a spark. It's the third temple being built. Now, I get my Y chromosome from my father, and I get my X chromosome from my mother. So 72,000 Y chromosomes from father and 72,000 X chromosomes from my mother. Now, 72,000 to 72,000 is 144,000 going into the child. The child is born coming out of mother, right? And the child's usually in there for 9 months. We have 7 chakra systems, and then we got 7 lighthouses going up and 2 brains. It's so interesting. So 7, 8, 9 kind of like thing. 2 pillars. But let's see, where are we at? Or else, we can look at it, and then once we're born, then we go this way because we're moving our way to heaven. So see definition of Gab. The definition of Gab is me talking all the time, drawing, talking, sharing. Other people are doing it too. So that's the definition of Gab. And then Gab is also representing Gabriel, because Gabriel sits up here on the left side of Father with the pen and the scribe. So interesting. So the 7 bowls, 7 candlesticks are the UV rays, the 7 trumpets, 7 C's, 7 seals are the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. You have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and then people say violet, but it's actually purple, for purple rain means the crown, the purple crown. So indigo, if you look at the word indigo, N-D, it represents 2 atoms. D-I represents 2 atoms, and then go, it's like you go into your mind's eye. So our mind's eye is indigo. So you go into your mind, the 2 atoms, the right and left brain. So picture a fish this way and a fish this way. Interesting, right? Okay, how long am I talking? 10 minutes. So let's see here. Oh, and I was taking the notes. Ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Now notice, or do, re, mi. Do or re is the sacred golden sun. Mi is me, so my belly button area. This is me, the solar plexus. This would be the sun, representing the sun. This is representing the earth. Now this is representing the moon, projecting the sun and the earth on this fabric of time. This is a time machine because we were born in sin, right below the waistline. We were born in sin. Sin is a sign. Where did I write this? So sin equals sine, S-I-N-E, and that's, so you got a graph here. It's like a sine does this S wave that goes up, and could have done it better. Did I do it better over here? Oh, a carousel, an umbrella, King David. You got the staff coming down, right, to the top of our heads. It's like the Christ on the pole, right? We're hanging on the pole, our cross, our antenna. So we're going up and down on the carousel, round and round, right? In time. Pretty interesting, right? And then sine, a sine wave going up and down, riding the waves. And sine is time. Now notice time, T is our crown. We're we're king of our own body, our queen. So T, M-E. So T-I or M-E or M-I is me. So T-I-M-E. So from the projector and the sun, but I'm born of the sun because that's where my umbilical cord was, severed. So we're born of the sun. Isn't that interesting? And then you can see that. Oh, let me do the other one because I darkened it up a little more. Then you can see the eye right there on top of this pyramid. And then, of course, there's other images on here as well. And then there's a big eye up here. And I think there's also a pyramid right there. But symbology-wise, there's a pyramid on her heart. And that's Earth. And then when we go to my base, this is where I was like thinking, I wonder if it's right here, but on iPad Go 2, it shows it up here as the pyramid's up here, the smaller pyramid. I don't know, maybe it is up there. And maybe our nose is like because that's where the breath, God's breath of life comes in. So remember, a man, me, I would have a fire on my left, X chromosome, female. I have a Y, water chromosome. And then in the center, the hunter has the breath of God, right? So it gives us air. And then mother makes up my body, my skin and everything from the elements of the land. It's so interesting when we really look at the thing, because remember I was showing you there's these beings. Well, this probably isn't a good picture of it. Are these today? Yeah, I think these are the ones I took today. And it's so interesting because I haven't fully looked at it very well, but it's very interesting because this looks all different. Looks like a field or something. Maybe I'll be able to see once I try to get a better picture. But this looks like a fox sitting or standing there or something. But anyway, I just want to do something really quick and give you guys. Oh, where was it? I think there's somebody down here. Was it on this one? No, I'm not sure if it was on that one. Yeah, I didn't darken this one. I double took it just so I can kind of see. So I think there's somebody right here. Maybe that's what. Yeah, there he is. See how it looks like he's kind of got this spacesuit helmet kind of like thing on. Kind of looks that way. And then on top of his head, it looks like a little doggy or something. Not sure. But, okay, let's quickly look at this side. See if you see anything different. I think this is interesting. Look at this. There's like this square area. Oh, kind of looks like somebody right there too. But this right here down on my face, look at this guy. This guy looks like he's coming out of my... Or is it a female? I don't know. I just think it's interesting. Look at this. It's so wild. You can hear the kids. They're all riled up. But this face right here, I wonder if you guys can see it. I wonder if it's a woman's hair. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. Let's see. What was Mary Poppins? Where she comes down with an umbrella and she takes him in that picture scene, and they're going through that picture scene, and then they jump out of the picture. I wonder if that's like what we're doing. We go through and we discover ourselves and we piece everything together, and perhaps in a blink of an eye, we find ourselves jumping out of the picture. Oh, isn't that interesting? And it's like kind of saying Jack and the Beanstalk about Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. And then you've got up here, you got the three brains. You've got the left brain, which is lymphatic brain for the immunity. Our immunity is our gut. The reptilian brain, right? And, I wonder if that's representing our mind's eye or the heart. No, it's representing the mind's eye because the right brain represents the heart. That's it. So the left brain for the gut, immunity system, our health, and then the right brain for our heart keeps the right-hand side of Father. So the reptilian brain up here. So the reptilians on the moon. So when they always say there's reptilians on the moon, now I get it. It's our mind's eye. It's the Orion, the hunter. And reptilian is dragon. It's probably an automated intelligence kind of like thing. Because remember, when you look at the maps and everything on Google and the search engines and stuff, you'll see a dragon pop up, I think it's a green dragon, a red dragon, or a blue dragon. But it's kind of interesting. And then, of course, a dragon represents like 7 ultraviolet lights. Could represent that too. But anyway, that's what I've got so far. So if we are time, we are moving through a space. So again, we're born in sin. Sin is a sign like a sperm, or riding the waves, and then we come out in time, or at a time, right? So now we're born in this time machine that we're traveling through this space, this world, and we're traveling either to heaven or we're traveling to Hades. It depends on our mindset. Everything depends on what we're projecting into the world. And right now, they program us by saying, breed, do this, have sex. The porno shops, all that stuff they're throwing at us, sex sells, tempting people. But again, it's up to us to break the cycle, because that's our life force. Our life force, that our chi energy, our female energy that rises up the energy, rises us up to heaven. So if we deplete it all, if we all deplete it down here, we have no way of keeping our candle lit, because we're always sick, exhausted, and burn out, and we end up dying off. So you can't go back down to your house. You can't go back down into your house and get anything, or go look for any more oil, because your oil is all drained out. And that's what this world's doing with porn and everything. And you see guys talking about sex all the time. I remember I grew up for a long time masturbating and stuff, not having any clue until probably, it was 2011. 2011, I started backing off a whole lot up to the present day. And that might have something to do with why my hair is getting darker and changing, because my hair was turning white around 2012. And that's probably around when I started taking better care of myself, feeding myself up more minerals and stuff, and not masturbating and wasting it so much. And then I've kind of grew into noticing the differences and the changes on my body and my hair and my health, and realizing and discovering it. Okay, I've been chatting a lot here. I just want to throw a couple of things out there and let everybody know. And remember, the tree of life, tree means three of life, right? So if we go 3 of life, it's like the 3 Giza pyramids. Okay, I think that's it. And again, there's the wormholes. And so that's what I want to say. So we're in this world solo right now, right? We've been removed from mother, cut from mother. Now we're still in some form of wormhole. And I think the way to get out at the right time is to go straight up. That's why in Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory, the glass ceiling that hasn't been broke, and then even the politicians that say the glass ceiling hasn't broke yet, but we're still waiting for it. So they're waiting for someone to shoot up and go through the glass ceiling. And isn't that interesting, of the symbology, what's being played on stage and what they're trying to say? So I guess there's only 2 ways that you can go, and there's only 2 gods that you can serve.